Welcome. My name is Purnima. Non-detailed Chapter 1 Treasure Island. Part 2 Question Answer. 10th Standard. English First Language Part 1 Karnataka State Board Syllabus 2024-2025. Glossary. Cow means a small boy. Wizened means reduced in size because of old age. Saber scar means a scar on a face caused by a heavy sword with a curved blade. Sea chest means a large wooden box commonly used by sailors. Sallow, pale and yellowish, not healthy. Lubber means poor clumsy fellow. To do for him means to kill him, unwittingly without being aware of. Fugitives means those who were running away from them. Moor means to attach a ship to or an anchor. Buccaneer means a pirate. Schooner means a type of ship with two or more masts. Quacking, croaking. Coxswain means a petty officer in charge of a boat. Brood means threatening. Marooned means abandoned in the island. Perimeter means boundary around an area. Hobbled means walk. Musket means an early type of gun with a long barrel. Coracle means a small light boat. Clambered means climbed with difficulty. Clambered means climbed with difficulty. Have an oars stacked against means unlikely to succeed because conditions are not favorable. Creek means a narrow stretch of water following in the form of a coast. In a pickle means in difficult, unpleasant situation. Squalls means violent cries, quarrel. Second main comprehension questions. A. Answer briefly the following questions. 1. What was Admiral Benbow? What is this? This was a big building at the island. In Treasure Island, the Admiral Benbow is an inn owned and operated by Jim Hawkins' parents. Inn means it is a building which serves as a lodging and the like a hotel. It is both. It is providing for resting the people who are traveling in the seas. It's located on the English coast and serves as the starting point of the story. Second question. Who was the guest who looked up a room in Admiral Benbow? The guest who took up a room at the Admiral Benbow was Billy Bone. The story starts from here. Billy Bone enters the Admiral Benbow, an old pirate who arrived at the inn with a mysterious sea chest, known simply as the captain by the inn's resident. Billy Bones was a grizzled, intimidating figure who kept to himself but exuded an air of mystery. His presence at the Admiral Benbow sets a strange stage for the adventure, as he later reveals the treasure map to young Jim Hawkins, which becomes the catalyst for the thrilling journey that unfolds. Bones' stay at the inn and subsequent events involving other pirates and his sea chest create a sense of suspense and intrigue that drives the story forward. Third question. What was his cherished possession? Billy Bones' most cherished possession in the treasure island was his sea chest. Sea chest is a wooden box. Inside this chest, he kept various belongings, but the most crucial item was the treasure map that eventually leads to the hidden pirate treasure. This map becomes the central element of the story, setting young Jim Hawkins and the rest of the characters on their quest for the buried gold. The map was so important that other pirates were willing to go to great lengths to obtain it, leading to the thrilling and dangerous adventures that unfold throughout the novel. The sea chest and its contents symbolize the mystery and allure of the pirate life, as well as the dangers and betrayals that come within it. Fourth one. Why did he give Jim fourpence? Billy Bones gave the Jim Hawkins fourpence in the treasure island as a payment for keeping the outlook for the seafaring man with one leg. Billy Bones worked. This one-legged man was Long John Silver. Billy Bone was deeply paranoid and fearful of being tracked down by other pirates. especially those who might be after the treasure map hidden in his sea chest. He enlisted Jim's help by offering him money to watch out for anyone who might be coming after him. This act of giving Jim fourpence set the young boy on a path that would eventually lead him into the heart of the adventure. Fifth, why was Billy looking out to sea every evening? In Treasure Island, Billy Bones was often seen looking out to sea every evening due to his constant fear and paranoia. He was vigilant because he feared being pursued by his old pirate comrades, particularly those who might be after the treasure map he possessed. Billy knew that the life of pirate was fraught with betrayal and danger, and he was always on the edge, expecting that someone would come for him. His watchful behavior underscores the sense of suspense and danger that permeated the story, setting the stage for the unfolding adventure. Question number 6. Describe the encounter between Billy and the mysterious seafaring man. In Treasure Island, the encounter between Billy Bones and the mysterious seafaring man, known as Black Dog, the name of seafaring man was Black Dog, is tense and dramatic. Black Dog arrives at the Admiral Benbow Inn asking to see Billy Bones. When Billy sees Black Dog, he is immediately filled with fear and anger. The two men have a heated conversation in the private, but the tension quickly escalates into a violent confrontation. They draw their weapons and engage in a fierce struggle, which results in Billy Bones suffering a stroke. Black Dog leaves the inn, he leaves the inn, and leaving Billy in a weakened state. This encounter is significant as it brings the danger and intrigue of Billy Bones past to the forefront, setting the stage for ensuing adventure. It also propels young Jim Hawkins further into the world of pirates and treasure hunting. Question number 7. What is the black spot? In Treasure Island, the black spot is a pirate's summons or the verdict, often considered a mark of death or doom. It's essentially piece of paper or card with a blackened side, handed to a pirate to signal they have been judged or condemned by their fellow pirates. Tradition is steeped in fear and superstition. When Billy Bones receives the black spot, it's a dire warning from his own pirate associates that they are coming for him and the treasure map is he possesses. This event tightens the tension and propels the plot forward as Jim Hawkins and the other characters are drawn deeper into the dangerous world of pirate intrigue and treasure hunting. 8. What did Jim and his mother take from Billy's sea chest before they fled the inn? In Treasure Island, Jim Hawkins and his mother opened Billy Bones' sea chest to take the money owed to them for Billy's stay at the Admiral Benbow Inn. They found some gold coins, but more importantly, they discovered the bundle of papers, which included the treasure map. This map was key to entire adventure, as it showed the location of the Captain Flint's hidden treasure, realizing its importance and the danger it posed. Jim decided to take the map with him before they fled the inn, fearing the arrival of the other pirates who were after it. Their discovery and the swift escape set a stage for thrilling journey that follows. With him and his companions seeking the legendary treasure, the sea chest scene is a pivotal moment that propels the story into high gear. Ninth one. What important documents did the bundle of papers contain? The bundle of papers found in Billy Bones' sea chest contained a crucial document, treasure map. This map detailed the location of the Captain Flint's hidden treasure on a remote island. The treasure map was the key to the entire adventure, setting young Jim Hawkins and his companions on a thrilling quest to find the buried gold. The map's discovery marked the turning point in the story and propelling Jim into the world of pirates, treachery, and high seas adventure. The allure of the hidden treasure drives the plot forward and captivates the imagination of the characters and readers alike. 10th, who did Jim give it to? In Treasure Island, after discovering the treasure map, in Billy Bones' features, Jim Hawkins took the map to Dr. Livesey and his squad Trelawney, where Trelawney was the landlord of that island. Jim trusted them and sought their help in planning the voyage. Voyage means a trip on the sea to find the hidden treasure. Dr. Livesey and his squad Trelawney, the landlord, played significant roles in organizing the expedition, hiring a ship and crew, and setting the stage for adventurous journey to Treasure Island. This collaboration between Jim, Dr. Livesey, and his squad Trelawney was crucial in moving the story forward and setting up the thrilling events that follow. 11th question. How did Blind Pew die? In Treasure Island, Blind Pew meets his end in a dramatic and tragic scene. After delivering the black spot to Billy Bones, Blind Pew and his pirate comrades, Blind Pew was a person who was blind. Comrades attempt to raid the Admiral Benbow in a search of the treasure map. However, they are interrupted when the group of officers and the local villagers arrives to apprehend them. In the ensuing chaos, Blind Pew, who is blind and unable to see where he is going, is accidentally trampled to death by the horses of arriving officers. His death underscores the brutal and perilous life of pirates, and it means the end of his pursuit of the treasure map. This scene is pivotal as it signals the transition from the relative safety of the inn to more dangerous and adventurous journey that lies ahead for him, Jim Hawkins, and his companions. 12th. What arrangement did Squid Trelawney and Dr. Livesey take for a voyage for treasure hunt? In Treasure Island, Squid Trelawney and Dr. Livesey made several key arrangements for the voyage to hunt for treasure. First one is securing a ship, where Trelawney took the initiative to purchase and outfit a ship for expedition. He secured the Hispaniola, a sturdy vessel suitable for their journey to the treasure island. Second one is hiring a crew. They recruited a crew for the voyage, while the square Trelawney handled the recruitment. He was somewhat naive and ended up hiring the number of questionable characters, including Long John Silver. He's a one-legged man with a parrot on his shoulder, who would later reveal himself to be the cunning pirate. Third one is provisions and supply. They made sure to stock the Hispaniola with all necessary provisions and supplies for the journey, including food, water, and other essentials for a long sea voyage. Voyage here is a sea trip. Fourth one, leadership and the roles. Stuart Trelawney and Dr. Livesey and the Captain Smollett, who is hired by the Trelawney, whom they hired to command the ship, established their leadership roles, and made plans for how they would manage the crew and conduct the treasure hunt once they reached the island. These arrangements set the stage for thrilling and dangerous adventure that Jim Hawkins and his companions would embark on in their quest to find Captain Flint's hidden treasure. Question number 13. There are two Captain Flints in the story. Who are they? In Treasure Island, there are indeed two characters associated with the name Captain Flint. One is a pirate, who is the captain of the previous treasure hunt. Captain Flint, the Captain Flint is infamous pirate who buried the treasure that everyone in the story is seeking. He is known for his ruthlessness and feared by many. Although he does not appear in the story directly, his legacy and the treasure map he left behind drive the entire plot. His hidden treasure is the ultimate goal for Jim Hawkins and others characters. 2. Captain Flint, the parrot. Long John Silver, one of the main antagonists in the story, owns a parrot named Captain Flint. The parrot is named after the infamous pirates. Long John Silver was a crew member under the captainship of Flint. That's why he was influenced by him. That's why he named his parrot as a Captain Flint and often squawks phrases like piece of eight pieces of eight. It was the song sung by Captain Flint to the parrot, and that parrot always sings a piece of eight pieces of eight and stand by to go about. The parrot adds to the silver pirate persona and serves as a reminder of the legendary pirate who treasure they are all after. These two Captain Flints add layer to the story with a legacy of a pirate haunting the characters and the parrot serving as a symbol of practical life. Plus, question 14. Who was the nicknamed the barbecue high? Here, Long John Silver in this lesson. In Treasure Island, Long John Silver is the character who is nicknamed Barbecue because he was a cook in that ship. The nickname stemmed from his role as a ship's cook aboard the Hispaniola. As a cook, he was in charge of preparing meals for the crew, and name Barbecue is playful reference to his culinary duties. Long John Silver is a cunning and charismatic pirate who plays a central role in the story, both as an antagonist and a complex character with shifting loyalties. His nickname adds to the colorful and vivid portrayal of the pirate life in the novel. 15. Why was Captain Smollett unhappy? In Treasure Island, Captain Smollett was unhappy for several reasons. First one is lack of trust. Captain Smollett was unhappy with the Squire Trelawney for not consulting him during the planning preparation of the voyage. Smollett felt that as a captain of Peniola, he should have been more involved in the decision-making process. Second one is crew selection. He was also uneasy about the crew that had been hired. Smollett suspected that many of the crew members, including Long John Silver, were not trustworthy and could potentially be involved in the mutiny. Mutiny means betrayal of the trust or other treacherous activities. Treacherous means again who breaks the trust. That is called treacherous. Third one is secrecy of the mission. Smollett was concerned about the secrecy of their mission being compromised. The where could have kept that secret of the hunting the treasure, but he disclosed it. He believed that too many people knew about the treasure hunt, increasing the risk of betrayal and danger. Safety concerns. Captain Smollett was a cautious and experienced seaman who prioritized the safety and well being of the ship and its crew. He felt that the voyage was being conducted in a reckless and haphazard manner, which increased the chances of encountering trouble. Smollett's unhappiness and concern, concerns ultimately proved to be justified as the voyage did encounter significant challenges and dangers due to the treacherous behavior of some crew members. 16th. What was John Silver's treacherous plan? In treacherous in Treasure Island, Long John Silver's treacherous plan was to lead mutiny. The treacherous means breaking the trust. Mutiny means breaking the trust against Captain Smollett and the there is a group. Mutiny means the group that is breaking the trust. And the loyal crew members in order to take control of the Hispaniola and claim the treasure for himself and his fellow pirates. Silver, cunning and charismatic figure, had carefully infiltrated the expedition by posing an amiable and trustworthy ship's cook. He managed to recruit several disloyal crew members to join his scheme. Silver's plan involved waiting until they were close to the treasure island before striking. He intended to seize the ship, overpower the loyal crew members, and take the treasure map from Jim Hawkins and his companions. Silver's ultimate goal was to find Captain Flint's hidden treasure and escape with the loot, leaving the other behind. The mutiny and Silver's treachery create intense conflict and danger for Jim Hawkins and his allies, adding layers of suspense and intrigue to the adventure. 17. How did Jim come to know about it? Jim Hawkins discovered Long John Silver's treacherous plan quite by accident in Treasure Island. During the voyage aboard the Hispaniola, Jim overheard a secret conversation between Silver and some of the other disloyal crew members while he was hiding in an apple barrel. While concealed inside, Jim heard Silver discussing the mutiny and his intentions to seize the ship and the treasure. This alarming discovery prompted Jim to inform Captain Smollett and Dr. Livesey and Square Trelawney about the impending mutiny, allowing them to take precautions and prepare for confrontation with the mutineers. Mutineers means who are disloyal to the captain. Jim, fortunate, eavesdropping played a crucial role in thwarting the Silver's plan. They failed his plan and ensuring that the loyal crew members were aware of the danger they faced. 18th. Why did Captain Smollett say that? The odds were stacked against their survival. Captain Smollett believed that the odds were stacked against their survival for several reasons. Everything was against them. That was not in their favor. First one is mutiny threat. That is mutiny group created by those who are showing disloyalty. That group, he knew that a significant portion of the crew, led by the Long John Silver, were planning a mutiny. This internal threat made the situation extremely dangerous, as the loyal crew members were outnumbered and at the risk of being overpowered by the mutineers. Second one is unfamiliar territory. That new island was not familiar to them. They were venturing into unknown and potentially hostile territory in their quest for the treasure. Navigating and surviving on the island, especially with the presence of the hostile pirates, added to the peril. Third one is limited resources. Loyal crew members had limited resources and provisions, making it challenging to defend themselves and sustain a prolonged conflict with the mutineers. Fourth one is strategic disadvantage. The mutineers had the advantage of surprise and strategic planning. Captain Smollett and his loyal crew had to be constantly on guard, with little time to prepare for an organized defense. These factors combined to create a dire situation for Captain Smollett and a loyal crew, making their survival uncertain and fraught with the danger. 19. How does Jim manage to escape to the island? In Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island, Jim Hawkins manages to escape to the island by sneaking into a small boat called Coracle. He does this during the tense moment when the pirates are distracted. Once he is aboard the Coracle, Jim paddles his way to the island, braving the dangers of the sea and the pirates to reach his destination. It's a thrilling and daring escape that showcases Jim's resourcefulness and bravery. 20 questions. Who is Ben Gunn? In Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson, Ben Gunn is an ex-pirate who was marooned on island by his crewmates 3 years before the main events of the story. He plays a crucial role in the plot. Ben Gunn is discovered by Jim Hawkins and reveals that he has found the treasure that everyone is searching for. He is somewhat eccentric due to his long isolation, but proves to be a valuable ally to Jim and his friends. 21. Why and how was Ben left marooned on the island? Ben Gunn was marooned on the island by his crewmates as a punishment. The reason behind this drastic decision was his failure to find the treasure that the crew was searching for. After spending 12 days in the search of treasure and coming back empty handed, Ben fellow pirates lost their patience with him. They decided to leave him behind on the island with the minimal supplies, thinking he would never survive. However, Ben managed to endure the isolation for 3 years before being discovered by Jim Hawkins and rest of the story protagonists. Despite his hardships, Ben Gunn's knowledge of Ireland and his eventual discovery of the treasure make him a pivotal character in the adventure. 22. Why did Captain Smollett and others consider the Stockable an ideal place for them? In Treasure Island, Captain Smollett and his companions considered the stockade an ideal place for several reasons. One is strategic location. The stockade was located in high ground, giving them a clear view of surrounding area. This vantage point allowed them to spot any approaching enemies. Defensibility. The stockade was sturdy structure made of logs, which provided a solid defense against attacks. It had a single entrance, making it easier to defend and control who entered. Third one is supply of fresh water. The stockade was situated near a spring that provides a reliable source of fresh water essential for their survival. Third one is shelter. It offered a shelter space where they could rest, store their supplies, and plan their next moves without being exposed to elements. Fourth one is safety from pirates. The stockade's defensible position made it a safer place for Captain Smollett and his crew to regroup and protect themselves from the pirates. All these factors combined make the stockade an ideal stronghold for Captain Smollett and his companions during their struggle for the treasure. 23rd. What was Silver's demand for the truce? What was Captain Smollett's response? In Treasure Island, Long John Silver's demand for the truce came during the tense standoff between the pirates and Captain Smollett's group at the stockade. Silver requested a parley. Parley means meeting here. In the Troy film, also this word parley was famous. Parley means he's calling for a meeting to discuss terms. His main demands were one is surrender of the treasure map. Silver wanted Captain Smollett to hand over the treasure map in exchange for safe passage of the island for him and his crew. Second is safe conduct. He promises that if they surrendered, they would be allowed to leave the island without harm. Captain Smollett's response was firm and resolute. One is refusal to surrender. Captain Smollett outright rejected Silver's demands. He made it clear that he would not surrender the treasure map. Two is defiance. Smollett told Silver that he and his men would defend their position and fight if necessary. He emphasized their determination to protect themselves and the treasure. Smollett's strong and unwavering stance demonstrated his leadership and commitment to the mission, even in the face of threats from Silver and his pirates. 24. What was the result of attack of the pirates on Stockade? The attack on the stockade by the pirates in the Treasure Island was a fierce and intense battle. Here's a summary of the key outcomes. One is defense of the stockade. Captain Smollett and his men successfully defended the stockade against the pirate assault. They were well prepared and made use of the stockade's defensive advantages. Two is casualties. Both sides suffered casualties during the fight. Several pirates were killed, and some of Captain Smollett's men were wounded. Third one is wounded Captain Smollett. Smollett. Captain Smollett himself was injured during the attack. Despite his injuries, he continued to lead and support his men. Fourth one is retreat of pirates. Eventually, the pirates were forced to retreat, unable to capture this stockade. This was a significant setback for them. Overall, the successful defense of stockade was a crucial victory for Captain Smollett and his group, helping to maintain their position and morale in the face of pirate threat. Question 25. What surprise awaited Jim when he returned to the stockade? When Jim Hawkins returned to the stockade, he was met with a shocking surprise. Instead of finding his friends from Captain Smollett's group, Jim discovered that the pirates had taken control of the stockade. Long John Silver and his crew had captured it while Jim was away on his adventure. This unexpected turn of events left Jim in a precarious situation as he had to navigate the dangers of being in close proximity to the very pirates he had been trying to evade. It's a moment of high tension and suspense in the story. 26. Give any two examples of the Jim's act of bravery. Here are two more notable examples of the Jim Hawkins' bravery in Treasure Island. First is discovering Ben Gunn and making friendship with him. Jim bravely ventures alone into the island's interior, where he encounters Ben Gunn, Despite the risk of meeting an unknown person in dangerous place, Jim remains calm and resourceful, eventually gain the valuable information and an ally in Bengun, taking the coracle and other advantages. Jim's daring escape in a small coracle boat showcases his bravery and determination. He navigates the treacherous waters to reach the Hispaniola, despite the imminent danger posed by both the sea and pirates. These courageous actions demonstrate Jim's adventurous spirit and his willingness to take risk for the greater good. 27. On what condition was Silver willing to surrender to Captain Smollett? Long John Silver was willing to surrender to Captain Smollett on the condition that his own life would be spared. He want to live. They should not kill him. Okay, he don't bother about the fellows who is following him, and that he would be allowed safe passage of the island. He want to go with them. Silver was a pragmatic and knew that his position was precarious as the tide of the battle turned against him and his pirates. Now he is living his the fellows who is following him, his own team, he is betraying his own team. Despite his cunning and ruthlessness, Silver was always looking for way to ensure his own survival. This request for the truce and terms of surrender is testament to his resourcefulness and adaptability. 28. Why did the pirates serve the black spot on Silver? In Treasure Island, the pirates served the black spot to the Long John Silver as a symbol of their dissatisfaction and as a formal way of disposing him as their leader. The black spot is a pirate tradition, especially a summon or a verdict of guilt, and in this case, it means that the crew wanted to challenge Silver's authority and leadership. The pirates were growing frustrated with the lack of success in finding the treasure and setbacks they faced, and they blamed Silver for their misfortune. By serving him the black spot, they were demanding a change in leadership and expressing their loss of confidence in his ability to lead them to the treasure. Silver, being the clever and cunning character he is, managed to turn the situation around and convince the crew to keep him as their leader by appealing to their greed and presenting a plan to find the treasure. 29. Why had the doctor given the pirates the stockade and treasure map? In Treasure Island, Dr. Livesey gave the pirates the stockade and the treasure map as a part of strategic plan. He did this to gain their trust and create an opportunity to better manage the dangerous situation. The move was intended to buy time and manipulate the pirates by making them believe they were in control, while secretly working towards the ultimate goal of securing the treasure for Captain Smollett's troops. Dr. Livesey's action showcased his cleverness and understanding of the pirates' mentality, helping to protect his companions and navigate the perilous dynamics of the treasure hunt. 30. Why did the pirates accuse Silver and Jim of treachery? Treachery means betraying the trust. That is called treachery. In Treasure, in Treasure Island, the pirates accused Long John Silver and Jim Hawkins of treachery for several reasons. First one is loss of trust. The pirates were already on edge and distrustful due to the series of setbacks they faced in their quest for the treasure. Silver's shifting loyalties and cunning nature made it easy for them to suspect him of betrayal. Second one is Dr. Livesey's plan. Dr. Livesey's actions, such as giving the stockade and treasure map to the pirates, were part of large strategy to outmaneuver them. The pirates, frustrated by their lack of progress and suspecting deceit, blamed Silver and Jim for being involved in Doctor's plan. These factors combined to create the environment of suspicion and paranoia, leading the pirates to accuse Silver and Jim of treachery. The accusations reflect the sense and unstable dynamics among the pirate crew. Here, about the Long John Silver's uh, treachery is given. Why they consider Jim as treachery is because Jim always would have to escape from the spot when the fight starts between the pirates, and he will come back when everything calms down. Often he used to escape from the spots where the pirates, because he was a very small boy, he's not a adult. So in their fight, he may get killed. That's why he's going and coming back into the groups, in between the groups. That's why they are considering him as a treachery. Means he is betraying us. He is considering like this. 31. Why did the captain want to sail to the Spanish Americas? Captain Smollett wanted to sail to the Spanish Americas for a few reasons. First one is safe haven. The Spanish Americas were seen as safer destination compared to the island where the pirates were causing trouble. Sailing there would provide a refuge where the crew could regroup and plan their next steps without the immediate threat of pirate attacks. Second is the opportunity for help. In Spanish America, there was a chance that they could find allies or seek assistance from local authorities. This support would help them in dealing with pirates and securing the treasure. Third one is avoiding conflict. By sailing to the Spanish Americas, Captain Smollett aimed to avoid further conflict with the pirates. It was strategic to distance themselves from the immediate danger and find a more advantageous position. Sorry. Captain Smollett's decision reflects this leadership and strategic thinking in navigating the challenges they faced. 32. What did Silver do in the end? In the end of the Treasure Island, Long John Silver manages to escape justice. He cleverly takes a portion of the treasure and slips away during the return journey to England. This escape reflects Silver's cunning and resourcefulness, which he has displayed throughout the story. Despite his treacherous nature, his character remains a fascinating and complex one. B. Discuss in groups for each of the following questions. One is the story has a galaxy of interesting characters. Which of the characters do you like the most? Why? Treasure Island indeed features a captivating array of characters, each bringing something unique to the tale. For me, the character that stands out the most is Long John Silver here. Why? He is the main negative attractive character in this story. First one is complexity. This man was a very complex. Silver is not just a typical villain. His character is multifaceted, displaying both ruthless ambition and unexpected loyalty at times. His cunning and resourcefulness make him a formidable opponent. Yet his charm and charisma, not charisma you call, make him oddly likable. Second one is survivor instinct. He was a great survivor. Throughout the story, Silver's primary goal is survival. His own survival. He was selfish. His ability to adapt to changing situations and manipulate others to his advantage. This was a leadership quality. Demonstrates his sharp, intelligent, and quick thinking. Third one is moral ambiguity. He was not morally right person. He was an ethically right person. Silver's actions often leave readers questioning his loyalty. He is a character who exists in a gray area between good and evil. Sometimes he is a dangerous person. He is making him intriguing and unpredictable. Fourth one is leadership qualities. Despite being a pirate, Silver commands respect and loyalty for his crew, showcasing strong leadership skills. His ability to maintain control over the group of rowdy pirates is impressive. These traits make Long John Silver a standout character in Treasure Island. Second is the story also has many interesting incidents. Which of those incidents do you like the most? Why? Treasure Island is filled with the thrilling incidents and memorable moments. One of the most exciting incidents that stands out is Jim Hawkins daring escaping from the Hispaniola in the Coracle. Why I like this incident? Tension and suspense was there in this. The scene is full of tension as Jim sneaks aboard the pirate ship and takes control of the small coracle. The danger of being discovered by the pirates adds to the suspense. Second is Jim's bravery. This moment showcases Jim's courage and quick thinking. Despite being just a boy, he takes on a risk mission to help his friends and seize the ship from pirates. Third is adventure and action. The escape is a classic adventure scene with a plenty of action. James' struggle to control the coracle and navigate the treacherous waters make for gripping read. Turning point. This incident is a turning point in the story as Jim's actions significantly impact the balance of power between the pirates and the Captain Smallwood's group. Overall, this scene captures the essence of adventure and heroism that makes the Treasure Island such a beloved classic. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and save the playlist. Thank you very much. Bye bye.